So I was telling Andy Burrows about Martin, our
Systema Martin.
Russian Mafia, and I think people, like, I'm trying to tell people the effectiveness of Systema, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm fighting against the YouTube videos of your big guy going like this, and
that's madness. I know you can't defend that. That's just nonsense there.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to defend Systema against that, because like when I say Systema is good, people go bring this YouTube video up, and I go, what can I say to this? It's something you have to experience.
Honestly, God, you have to, between Martin and Andrew, like, fuck me. You know yourself, man. Your man Andrew, you put him in a full-blown heel hook. Trigger escaped out 1 seconds.
Do you remember the time I put him in a rear? He let me put him in a rear naked choke, and he said no tighter, and I had both hooks in, and I had it squeezed on, and he said go, and I squeezed even harder, and he just popped me like my whole arms. I still don't know how he did it.
But someone, they just have to train it to understand it. I think MMA is a sport, and this is basically fucking fight for your life, for awareness. This is like no bullshit. This is the real stuff. Man, that punch they do. You see, you see that punch. Like, if you could control that for dirty boxing and MMA, man, you would cripple people.
It's insane. It's the way Martin can land his back and still generate the force that. I was trying to tell Andy about you complaining about the time your heart was hurting for about 3 days after.
I missed the beat. You've probably done the punch into my chest. Oh God, it was Andrew.
It's the way it's like a delayed bomb or something. It goes into you, and then like a bunker bomb, and then explodes, and it radiates through your whole body. Like, people think I'm crazy. People just think it's Paul Murray talking shit. And I always have to bring you up. I always have to go, listen, ask Rodney Moore, because you know he's not going to laugh at this shit.
I know bullshit, I tell you. Man, a lot of time Andrew hit me. You could have got a 32 kg kettlebell and ran across the street and whacked me in the chest with it. And I'm sure the internal impact that Andrew hit me with from fucking 8 inches was a lot more. I was pretty good, man. My heart freaking I wasn't ready for a couple of days, but that was brutal.
I remember some guy came in when I got Martin up to Fred Academy. Martin was doing the stuff with me and knife work and all, and some guy came in to watch, and Sean Connolly, actually, it was Sean Connolly's friend, and Sean said, "Can you show Paul a few?" This guy was called Paul. Can you show Paul a few moves? And Martin gave me the knife, and I was going like about 60% speed, so it was a sharp knife. It was that sharp knife he uses, and he hit me one shot, and I just remember hitting the floor, the pain I was in. It took me about 7 or 8 minutes to get off my stomach and onto me sitting up. But he walked up to me, took the knife out of my hand, and just put it across my throat. And I was still running about the floor. And it was that realization that I went, fuck me, I've been training all my life in this stuff. And the pain, the shot, the power of that was just, it blew me away.
But that's the Russians for you. Like, how they fine tune and simplify things. Like, there's some of the stuff Martin was doing. Like, I done Cali, Eskrima, a lot of knife stuff. And you see the first thing me and Martin done with knives, I felt like an amateur. I hadn't a clue. He cut me a ribbons. No, literally, it was a metal knife with a blunted blade.
Yeah.
And like, before, I would have felt confident. If anybody had attacked me with a knife doing the Eskrima and doing Cali, I would have felt pretty confident trying to disarm somebody. I would have got myself killed, man. I would have been cut the fucking ribbons. Martin, it was just an eye-opener, and you just nearly think, same as you, I've just been doing 24 years of friggin' martial arts, and it's not worth shit.
I actually remember a time, Martin, there was a bit of that, there was just some of the guys were being cheeky, making fun of Martin, sort of, the way Systema, it's all about really slow movements to let yourself adapt to the movement and understand.
Yeah.
They were just making fun of it, joking about, but sort of got a wee bit cheeky on it, and they offered Martin for a dig, and Martin opened the cage and threw a knife in and stepped in. He goes, "Go ahead," and they were like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "This is not sport. If you're going to fight."
That's right.
And but you've seen the realization in their faces. They're like, "What?" And their egos got bruised because Martin was putting a knife in, going, "We'll fight for the knife, and then we'll see who wins, and whoever comes out alive wins." Type of attitude. And then guys were like, "No, we'll tap." No, we don't tap.
No.
I just remember laughing my balls off, going, He's a dangerous man.
That was scary. You see, my God, if you kind of got talking to him some of the stories from the old days over there and the training, it was scared of life out you. And just as he's such a humble and nice and placid wee man, do you think like if that man lost his temper, that may be an absolute murder?
There's about 3 or 4 people on this earth I'm genuinely scared of, and I'll admit when I'm scared of, right? I'll go like, no. Someone say, you used to do MMA, can you fight? I can handle myself, but there's guys, you just go, no. Martin's one of those. Martin's one of the top 4. I go,
they clear that one, definitely. And that Andrew boy, from me.
He's in the top 1.
Did you get out of Sligo? You did Sligo that time?
Yes, that was a finisher. I've got the photographs. I took all the photographs that day. It was a great weekend.
That was like unreal. And I remember sitting out in the wee hall and they were all getting the vodka, and then the story started coming out.
Yes.
And then the fucking the real knives got. I thought somebody's getting stabbed here. We're going to lose a finger. That's how they train over there. They just shot vodka and then they just started training again.
It's a different, but what I like about Systema, I'm actually going to get Martin on because I want to talk to Martin about this because I think everyone needs to understand. I think YouTube and misinformation on Systema has blackened its name completely, and you're never going to get.
I think on that too. The way everybody's all floppy, but that's if you don't move, the pain's going to make you move. So it's just you kind of do it, they flow where they go. It's like a shadow box or a spar, but you kind of move. We call it like cha-cha, the dance kind of thing. If you're doing like flow sparring. You're not hitting the person hard. You're moving with them to keep a steady flow that the technique works. If you don't do it, basically what Martin's going to do is going to inflict pain, which is going to put you in that position and manipulate your joint to pin you down to do what he's going to do. So it's just that floppy, free rolling thing. It looks bad, but the understanding of the benefit of it, so as the technique works to drill it.
It's what I like about Systema is it's understanding energy. I like the way Martin. The first time I met him, he grabbed the knife and he put the knife to my eye, and
I'm sitting there.
You're like,
touch the throat and all.
Yeah, and then he puts in your balls. You're like, stand up, and he goes, "Do you feel the energy?" And you're like, "Yes, I feel the fucking energy." And then he throws the knife on the floor and he goes, "Well, where's the energy now?" And you're like, "There is none." He goes, "Exactly." So the knife's not dangerous; it's the man that's holding the knife.
100%.
His ways of teaching. Martin is one of the most naturally gifted coaches I've ever met in my life. I love working with him simply because I've taken a lot of his methods and applied them in my own training.
And they apply all over. They apply in different areas, not just him. 100%. I'm the same. And his wee quotes and his wee sayings and stuff.
He's a very intelligent
man. 100%, man. So intelligent. Definitely.
I was actually with him the other day. It's good to see him. So it was. But I was lost my train of thought. I was going to say something there and I completely forgot what I was going to say. Give me 2 seconds. I can just edit this bit out so I can.
I had chain of thought on how he coaches and stuff.
When talking about Systema and the application of the movements, I remember you hit Dean Lister. You said you hit Dean Lister a shot in that fight, and Dean Lister actually came back to you and said, "What the fuck did you hit me with that?" Was that? Am I right about that?
There was 2. Well, I done the heel on the inside of the leg, and then there's one I do is you effect the overhand. Martin says like shaking the water off your hand. I done that, and I got him a good knee, and I got him a punch in the throat as well. But there was one there I never seen it, and I said it went to him. But it was the way where you effect the overhand, and then you come along with a wee bobbing hand. It's like a friggin', as Martin says, just shake water in your hand, but you hit the stomach at the same time. So, no, I tried done the scream. I tried or the Systema, and I tried to apply that like to the MMA and stuff and the dirty boxing.
And did you have much success in it?
Some and against the fence, you can do a lot of the the way we call it accelerator. You ever do the one where it keeps his heel on the floor, but it kicks you above the ankle with the ball of his foot?
Yes.
If somebody's sitting against the fence, you have them there. So you do a couple of them. We call it accelerator, and then I say a dog, but their leg can't stand after it. 2 or 3 of them, and there's one of them ones Martin hits you with it, and you think that sounded sore. 3 seconds later, the pain starts shooting up your leg. And then you hit a second one. You can't put your bloody foot in the ground. So
I think he calls that. I like the way he calls that information. He's got a very good understanding of like it's just like it's putting something there, and then your nervous system sort of recognizes it, and it's subconsciously you fear it. You fear that pain. And I like the way Martin would always apply different pains. Like he would say, "There's no point in punching an MMA fighter in the face," but then he would nip you in the back of the arm. You'd be like, "Fuck!" And then that movement, that move there would equate to him just doing some other crazy shit.
You do that and he gets them does it. But even man, the leg kick. You ever hit your leg kick? Oh man, I mean my legs are pretty well conditioned. I can take a brave chump fuck me, man, he hit me one there, and my God, I thought my leg was broke. Like I can take, even still, I can take a brave whack to the leg, and whatever he does, he lifted the leg up, he just drops the dead weight of his leg, and the shin bone just hit me in the thigh. That dull, vibrating thud, you feel it in the floor from your leg to the floor. The pain behind that was. But no, I would take me things like that and try and apply it to. That's why I train other martial arts to kind of try it. And, this might work in MMA. I'll try it. I'll say no to any of the boys. I'll do sparring. I'll try it out, and if it works, we'll use it. And if not, I just fuck it, throw it aside.